In problem number 37, a new temperature scale T is designed so that a temperature of 0 degrees T is equivalent to a temperature of negative 24 degrees C. So we'll just make a kind of scale there to show that they both start off being equal. T is 0 degrees when C is negative 24 degrees. Now we're told that an increase of 5 degrees on the T scale is equivalent to an increase of 8 degrees on the Celsius scale. And we're asked to find the temperature on the T scale that's equivalent to a temperature of 80 degrees C. Well, we can see that going from negative 24 degrees to 80 degrees is a change of 104 degrees. And remember that a change in 8 degrees on the Celsius scale, every change of 8 degrees is going to produce a change of 5 degrees on the T scale. So what I would like to do here is to divide that 104 into chunks of 8 degrees. And that would be 13. So that means there are 13 steps of 8 degrees. And since each change of 8 degrees in Celsius, in degrees Celsius, is equivalent to 5 degrees change on the T scale, so we need to have equivalently 13 changes of 5. And so we need to have 13 steps of 5 degrees T, and 13 times 5 would be 50, would be 65 degrees. So we would need a change of 65 degrees from our starting point of 0 degrees T. And so we would end up with 65 degrees T. So going from 0 degrees T to 65 degrees T is the same as going from negative 24 degrees C to 80 degrees C, and our answer would be C. So there's an illustration of how making a diagram might help in solving the problem. You could probably also do this fairly straightforward using proportions. But it's really going to involve a lot of the same type of thinking, and you probably will need some kind of some kind of diagram like that to begin with. Alright, so what would it be? We would say that we would start with our change in temperature in degrees Celsius, so that would be 80 minus negative 24, and we would divide that by 8, and that would have to equal the change in T, in degrees T. Now, we don't know where we're going to end up. 65 was our answer there. So we'll just call that X right now. However, each step of 8 or each jump of 8 degrees in Celsius would be equivalent to a jump of 5 degrees in T. And so we're just going to put in X minus 0 over 5. And so we would end up with 104 over 8 is equal to X over 5 if we were to cross multiply, and we'd end up with X is 5 times 13, or 65. So the proportion works, but I'm just not sure if many people would be able to set up that proportion without seeing a diagram like that. I'm not sure that I could either. Alright, so that does it for problem number 37 then.